All right, here we go. Golf Wednesdays with you. Mike Carver here with you, of course, as we get ready. Second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs, BMW Championship, which moves around. Of course, they'll be in Maryland this week. And it would not be a Golf Wednesday, as always, if we did not have the Prime Minister, Cam Stewart, with us as well.
Mike, I'm watching LET second-tier women's golf right now, and I'm going to find a line on it. If I can get Kim Matro live, I'm ready to go, baby. Can't wait. Can't wait.
Cam.
Dude, Mike, I'm going to tell you something quick.
Go ahead.
I'm sitting there, got Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Get right into the St. Jude, Cam. I want to hear it. Give me the St. Jude horror stories. Go ahead.
I'm sitting there. I go up to my girlfriend. I go, listen, it's Tommy. We're on him this week, and I'm having financial problems. I got ripped off in a deal. Anyway, I'm an idiot. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I'm sitting there, and I'm going, okay, everything's cool. Mike, I wake up. I make her drinks. We're sitting there. Everything's cool. I'm going to go to the Argo game. I turn on the TV. Tommy Fleetwood on the easiest fucking hole on the golf course. Skulls his third shot. But guy puts one in the water. And I'm like, and then he's going to call a penalty on himself. He takes a double on the easiest. I go up to my girlfriend. I go, I'm out the fucking door. I just get on the streetcar. I'm going to the football game. I'll hang out with like hobos and drink wine out of a bag rather than watch that. And on Sunday, I'm going, oh my God, he's coming back. He's coming back. He's got the lead. And Mike, I didn't realize because of Brady Cannon, I got huge money on Spawn. I didn't even realize it. So I got Spawn and I got Fleetwood. And I could have got Rose at 60. I'm like, I can't take everybody. So I leave Rose out. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there, I'm in this playoff, and I'm just, anyway, Mike, it is what it is. I got some good top fives and top tens, but I got to tell you, this shit'll drive you fucking bonkers.
Cam, look, we've discussed this so many times, and look, I'm not trying to salt in the wound. I did grab Rose Saturday morning.
Great pick.
With a boost. DK had a boost, and I got him at like 13 or 14 to 1 Rose on Saturday morning.
My girlfriend told me to take Rose too. She goes, do it for the old guy.
Because I think Saturday morning going into round 3, he was 1 or 2 back of Fleetwood going into Saturday. So I figured, you know what? 10 to 1, he boosted to 13. I said, let's take a shot with Rosie, because most of my guys, except for Kirk, weren't really in the mix going into the weekend. I wanted to have some horses, so we got on there. Tommy Fleetwood, Cam. This is now, and look, we know the deal. He's never won on the PGA Tour. Mm-hmm. He's had all his goals. This is now twice in 2 months. You had the Travelers meltdown where it looked like going into the final round, he was going to run away and hide, and he yacked it up. Then you've got this where, let's be fair here, Cam, when you're up 2, going to the 14th tee box, on that course, which listen, this is not this is not Royal Portrush or the US Open that that we had. This was a manageable course. 2 up going to the 14th. You got to finish the job, man. I'm sorry.
You know what it is, Carver?
Bet that guy outright.
Easy holes. He bogeys par 5s that other guys are putting for eagle on and have tap-in birdies. Mm-hmm. He skulls a shot into the water. I'm like, what is happening here? And I know it was a little bit of a divot, but Tommy Fleetwood could be one of the best players in the world. And know what, Carver? I actually like the guy. Like his interviews, he's not going. He's like you could tell he's having real self-doubt. Like he the only way he's going to win, in my opinion, now he's got to shoot like a 62 and be in the clubhouse having a couple Guinness while waiting for other guys to come in.
Because you're right. This is being in the last pair.
It's a disaster.
Going out, it's these last couple times that he's had a chance to win, St. Jude and, of course, the Travelers. It hasn't gone well for him. You might be right, Cam. It might be better for him pressure-wise if he's 2 or 3 shots back going into Sunday, is in the 4th to last group, and just shoots some, like you said, some 62, 63, and just shoots ahead of everybody, and those last 3 or 4 groups can't catch him at the end. Like that. That's what he needs, is to not have that sleep on the lead Saturday night pressure going into, because he just hasn't gotten it done.
There's too much scar tissue there now. And let's talk about JJ Spawn, Mike. Like, I'll tell you, this guy is special. He also has a quiet killer instinct to him. Like, he's one of those guys, like, he's not going to give in. When Rose had those putts, he drained that snake. When he drained that snake, I'm like, yes! And I was doing the show with Brady that night, and he had huge on him too. And then Rose hits the putt. I'm like, here we go. I got to give Spawn credit. And Mike, Justin Rose, in my opinion, is one of the more underrated, understated golfers of all. Like, this guy gets no love. He was a great junior.
Yeah.
He lost his game a little bit for a while, got it back. I'm telling you, man, Justin Rose just fucking shot. He's 45. He's beating guys in their 20s. Like, he's fantastic.
There was obviously a lot of talk about him this weekend because, you know, a lot of his friends went to live, you know, all the European guys, you know, whether it's the Poulters and the Westwoods and all these guys that he was kind of putting that mix with. And he stayed and ended up having this little bit of renaissance that he has now had, really, Cam, over the last year and a half, 2 years. Remember, what did he win Pebble? 2 years ago, he won Pebble, or maybe it was 3. And then last year was great, especially in the Open Championship. This year, playoff Masters. Now he wins a FedEx Cup playoff event here at the St. Jude. He's going to be dangerous, especially at the Ryder Cup, because that's what we're starting to also zero in on here. And Roses, and I'll tell you what I'll take, Cam, and you saw a little bit of it Sunday with these two guys in the playoffs. Can we get Rose and JJ Spawn rematch at the Ryder Cup on Sunday? Can we get those
great
guys
call.
lined
Those
up?
guys,
can we try to work that out so we can see that again?
And it wasn't formulated. It just happened naturally. Like, they're two very different, like, personalities. Like Rose is one of those guys. Actually, you know what? They're kind of like, they're very chill, but Spawn's more of a bulldog, and Rose is more of that guy who'll walk into a fight and go, "Don't worry about me. You're bigger than you know what I mean." Like, he's one of those guys. He'll kind of like try to make you feel like you have an advantage, but he's a smart guy. He knows how to figure it out, man.
He's a very smart guy.
He's awesome.
Very smart guy.
He does a lot for women's golf and stuff too. Like, he's actually a good human being.
And I kind of went past Spawn there when you brought him up for a moment, but I think a lot of people looked at JJ Spawn when he won the U.S. Open as, well, now he's going to automatically be on the Ryder Cup team. It's going to be like a couple years ago where Harmon was on the team and he didn't really. I actually think, Cam, he's had enough situations this year that I'm going to feel comfortable as an rooting for the Americans, betting on the Americans, that I'm going to feel comfortable with JJ Spawn out there. I know he lost to Rory in the Players playoff, but that was a huge spot for him. Huge spot, U.S. Open, he wins. I don't think he lost that playoff more as though Rose just won it. You know,
I agree.
Spawn didn't, he hit that bomb putt on, what was that, the second playoff hole I get, where he hit the bomb and then Rose matched him. I thought Spawn played well. I'm comfortable, Cam, with him in any situation. And I know you got to, who's he going to play with on Friday and Saturday? I know that those things are probably.
I'll tell you who.
Out. Who is it?
Scheffler.
Yeah,
him and Scheffler have kind of this, like, I'm kind of looking at I was thinking about it too. I'm like, you know what? Scotty Scheffler, they're both kind of quiet, but Spawn's a little more edgy. Yeah. But I think it's a good pairing, because the thing about Spawn is he can get loose with the driver.
Yeah.
And Scotty Scheffler sometimes is like, he's still one of the best putters in the world, but that would say sometimes that's his Achilles heel. JJ Spawn bombs putts from fucking 20, 30, 40, 60. It's actually a good combo.
He's a great putt. He's turned into a great putter.
He really has, because he doesn't think over the ball. He just hits it.
He really does. So that's going to be a lot of fun, of course. After this week, the automatic spots for the Ryder Cup will be set.
Who do you leave out?
Yeah, I know. Where
I got to be honest with you, some of these guys who are names every year don't deserve to be there. I would rather have other guys.
We've had this discussion.
I know.
We know that Cantlay's going to be there. So as much as everyone, I know, but he's on the team. Cantlay's going to be on the Ryder.
We're betting him this week too. You bet.
We are.
Hey, here's a tip there.
The BMW.
Here's a tip there, PC. Hey, Patrick Cantlay, show top 5 this week. Like, even if you don't win, I want to see you on page 1 of the leaderboard, or I'm going to have more concerns moving forward.
That's precisely right. So speaking of him, since you said we're going to actually bet him this week, we go to the second leg of the FedEx Cup playoffs, which is the top 50 BMW Championship. This is the only one, Cam, that actually gets it right. We bellyached about this last week. We didn't like how the St. Jude is at the same place in Memphis every year. The Tour Championship is always at East Lake. This is the leg that changes every single year. And of course, this year they're at Caves Valley, which is in Maryland. They were here, I guess it was 21 was the last time they were here, and Cantlay was the winner of that event. Keegan won this event last year, but that was in Colorado, if you remember. So they moved this event around, Cam. Top 50, but only 49 are playing because Sepp Straka, I guess, had something going on, personal-wise, whatever, and he had to withdraw. So this is not like a Rory thing from last week where he just didn't want to show up. Seppi had something happen. So he's got enough points, Cam, where he's going to be in East Lake no matter what next week. So we've got 49 guys ready for the BMW here at Caves.
It's an interesting, like, what do you think about this course, Mike? Like, it's just like, it's pretty long. It's 7,600 yards. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to say you have to be especially long, but if you're not in the fairway here and you have like long irons coming in, that's not going to be fun. It's not going to be fun at all. But I'm going to say the putting too. Cantlay, when he won, he was in great form that year, wasn't he? Wasn't that the year that he was on fire and him and Bryson had a little thing going on?
Didn't he win the FedEx Cup that year?
Yes, he did. Remember him and Bryson DeChambeau was actually one of the best showdowns ever in the playoff. They were both nailing putts like Spawn style.
So
it was great.
Now they have changed this course significantly over the past couple years. They did a major renovation here. So it's gone, Cam. Here's all the changes. Went from a 70 to a 72. So 2 more added on to the par. Several holes have been lengthened, pushing the yardage beyond 7,600. Greens have been recontoured and include more challenging pin positions. It's going to play firmer.
Cool.
Greens moved closer to hazard areas, thicker rough approaching 4 inches. The fairways have been narrowed. So honestly, Cam, that's a lot of changes from when Cantlay won. So as much as we want to sit here and go, Cantlay played well here, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
It sounds to me, Cam, like we're almost dealing with a completely different golf course at the end of the day with how many changes they've made to it.
Great call. So who are you looking at then when you're looking at guys, if you're going to have pin placements, ball strikers, guys who just like Harris English, a guy who nuts irons all day long, like just all, you know what I mean? Bam, 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 fairways, greens. Like it's one of those like situations where if you're a little bit loose, then you're going to have a problem here. So we'll see. I think it's going to be interesting. Mike, I don't know what you feel like. You go on these golf sites, we do our research and stuff. Like he didn't make our card, but did Goddard just have a hiccup? Do you think this course might be good for him?
I did think about it. I know he had, and listen, he was due to have a bad week last week.
Guy's been all over the world.
Should cut him a little slack. The guy had been on such a heater that he was due to kind of tail off a bit. I like him here because this seems like that with these renovations, as a lot of people have been chatting the last few days, it's going to be a course, Cam, where we're going to tee it high and let it fly. You got to bomb it and you got to putt it. And I feel like those are pretty good things for Goddard up and get him down. Like I feel like those are 2 of his things. Now I looked at Cantlay this week, and I know the form just hasn't been there.
He's getting better, though.
He's getting better, but yes, it's a different course, but he did win here. And there's a part of me, Cam, that just feels, God, this guy has got, I know he knows he's on the team, but man, can you throw a huge performance out there to kind of just put the stamp on it?
That's what I said. You got to be top 5. You got to be on page 1 of the leaderboard. You might not have to win, but you have to be there. I want to see your name. Yeah. Not T32. No. I want to see you T5 inside. Because and the bottom line with Cantlay is he made up some strokes putting last week. It's been one of his strengths with his career. He's finally starting to like get a little bit better. He's sneaky. You know what the thing about Cantlay too is, Mike, despite his annoyances, he is sneaky long. He usually keeps it in play. So I'm just shocked at how his putting went from something that was so natural to a guy that really is just not great at putting anymore.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things. And it's kind of like the opposite of Spawn. Spawn became a good putter when he wasn't, like, he used to miss a lot of short putts. Cantlay is that guy now. He's too good to not turn it around. I'm just not sure. And this course, good memories here. But if he's like, I said top 5, but like if this guy's not in the top 10 this week, I'd consider it a big disappointment.
Yeah, he really needs to play well. I don't care that he's pretty much got his spot, which I know people don't want to say that he does, but he does. he needs to show me a little something this week. So that's partially also Cam why.
Was Rory chirping about something again? I was seeing some article. I didn't get
Rory,
to the what's Rory talking about?
This was the Rory thing today. Hold on, Cam. Let me bring it up for you.
Guys,
and he did.
Hey, Rory, open mic, go somewhere else. Go to drink at the bar. Don't get near a microphone.
Let me give you this morning's highlights from for it. So he, of course, talked about not playing at Memphis last week. And his reasoning for that was, I'm playing 9 times between now and the end of the year. So I think by the time October, November comes around, I'm going to be glad that I took that extra week off. Okay. Fair enough with that. The other thing was being a playing captain in the Ryder Cup. Of course, this is starting. We know that Keegan, I think it's almost a done deal that he's going to be picking himself, obviously, to play. Rory said the idea of me being a playing captain sometime soon has come up in discussions with the European team, and he says that he has shot it down straight away every time. He wants no part of being a playing captain, which I understand, Cam.
Well, I agree with that. I got no problem with that.
I think it's going to be tough for Keegan to wear both hats, and I think he wants to play because we know the story of how he was left off the last team and how, the bag in the garage that he hasn't opened and all the other stuff with him. I think it's a little different for Rory because Rory's played in the Ryder Cup 6,000 times.
Also, know what, Mike, we like hockey. We like hockey. We're hockey. We grew up with it. That's why you have assistant coaches. That's why you have a guy that you can trust like every single day to say, hey, I'm playing. I am going to manage this thing. Input will be there, but I'm relying on you to really step up because I want to play well for my country and I don't want to be like embarrassed. Like I got to be on point. Right. That's the whole thing. I think they make I understand, but they talk about this playing captain stuff. That's why you got assistants.
Yeah.
You got other guys with input. Hell, you got advisors.
And he's got
you know what I mean?
Whether it's Gary Woodland and Kisner, he's got a ton of guys that are going to be in the mix for it. All right, here's what we have. 49 golfers, Cam. Scheffler plus 220.
Guy almost won last week again. Like this guy, he doesn't even try.
And I know the big, he doesn't have Ted Scott this week. He's got Captain Kirk's caddy, who's going to be on the bag for him. Like it. And nothing against Ted Scott. I think that Ted Scott has been a huge part of what Scheffler has done over the last couple of years. But you want to know what, Cam? We're far enough along now where I don't think it matters.
I'm going to be honest with you, and I know this sounds stupid. I think me and you drunk can caddy for Scotty Scheffler. And I mean wasted. I'm not even talking a few beers. I'm talking wasted.
That's a pitch, Cam. We're both looking for something to get going here. Now, there's a good reality show pitch. Let me and Cam go out with a couple pros and caddy drunk and see how that...
Carver, I did a pro-am when I was a kid, and everyone thought I was nuts. So you know who they gave me? Me and my buddy? We got Lawrence Taylor and Chuck Cecil.
Wow.
2 of the biggest fucking killers in NFL history. Wow. Everybody else is whining and dying.
LT.
Oh, you're going to come to the country club? These guys are like, yeah, man, where are we going to go party tonight? Like, let's go. Like the woods. I'm like, Chuck Cecil was the biggest hitter going. That's the whole thing. I was like basically just a joke jackass with these guys. And I was younger and we had a great time. And that's the whole thing. Like the caddy is an important thing. Know what though? I'm going to say something. Oh, Carver, I wanted to talk to you about this before we get into the picks. Tommy Fleetwood's caddy needs to be more involved. Tommy Fleetwood always has he's always between clubs. This guy's got to step up and say, it cost him the tournament against Keegan. Remember, he had the right club. He went back. Yeah. He hit it to the front of the green. He hits that other club. He wins the tournament again. That's what the caddy's there for. Indecision. Yeah. Make the decision. Tell your guy, commit. Stop flip-flopping. Get it done. Pick the club and hit it. Anyway, so that's my opinion.
So Scheffler's plus 220. He's the favorite.
I don't know what gets into me, Carl.
We have 2 under 10. Rory, I've seen some 8s. FanDuel has him at plus 750 right now.
No,
I have seen him at 8. Now, I have seen some people. I know Stewie, I think, likes Rory this week.
Oh, that guy's a good capper.
I know. Stewie does like Rory, I saw.
Because it's a long course? Like, what was it? Yeah.
I think he likes the bomb. He likes the bombing aspect. And then, of course, with Rory then putting after. Xander's 18, so pretty much the same price, Cam, as last week, where he disappointed for us. Fleetwood at 20, Oberg at 22, Cantlay 25, JT 25, Cam Young 27, Spawn at 30. Maverick McNeely's 33-1 this week, and he's playing with Keegan on Thursday and Friday, Cam. Now, that's significant because Maverick McNeely is one of those guys who's kind of sitting on the line of whether he can make the team or not. So that's a big spot for Maverick this week. He gets to be right in Keegan's eyes for 2 days.
You're right. Maverick McNeely has the game. Can do everything well. I don't think he's going to be intimidated.
I don't think he's
going to be
the Ryder Cup team, to be honest with you.
I'm going to be honest with you. I would leave him off the team.
And I don't think he's going to win this week.
There's too many good guys.
I think this is a tough. We haven't. Maverick McNeely's good early in the year, Cam, when they're out west, right? Mm-hmm. And I know he's had some decent performances at a few other places, but I like playing Maverick McNeely from January to March.
Great call. He's a California guy. Went to Stanford. He likes the West Coast golf.
That's where I'm. And he hasn't played horribly everywhere else this year, but he was more in contention to win tournaments January through March when they were out west. That was more where he was.
Mike, I don't know what this tour is, but these girls are all supermodels golfing. It's blowing me away right now. I'm watching like the women's like Hooters tour here or whatever, like it used to be. What was it called? That was the guys back in the day before it became Corn Ferry. This is the LET tour. This is like the LPGA Junior. It's ridiculous. Oh, boy. Anyway, I'm not betting McNeely.
Here's where I'll start things off, Cam. Here we go.
Okay.
I'm taking. Sorry. I don't know why I'm doing it to myself. I'm taking Cantlay at 25-1. We kind of discussed him before. All of those reasons, past performance despite all the renovations. I think he needs to show. He's on the team, but he give us a big performance. Make us feel good about yourself. And Caves has been a good place for him. How about Sam Burns at 35-1 this week, Cam?
Sneaky pick.
I not a lot of talk about Sam. I know he had that run for about 6 weeks where it seemed like he was right there on every single Sunday and didn't close the door. I could see him sneaking up out of nowhere and maybe getting a win this week. Another guy, no chatter this week. Zero chatter for Hideki Matsuyama.
Oh, great call.
30-1.
I haven't even seen him on nothing. This guy, it's flatlining. And I'll tell you another thing why I like how you do your golf picks. You almost like fade these golf hipsters. All I see right now is basically Aubert. Like everyone thinks Ludwig Aberg is like the top pick this week. And I admit I'm on one guy that is very popular, but he's also in great form. So I really don't give a shit. But Aberg, what kind of form does he have?
I'm not. I've been down. That ship has sunk for me too many times this year. Whenever I've been on that guy, he's had.
We'll be on it again, but he needs to sail away.
Yeah, but I've taken. I'm done for the year with him. And I played one bomb because I figured with 49 guys, I got to have one guy a little bit further down the board. And this feels like a good, dangerous Denny McCarthy course. I feel like this is a great putter. If he could just keep it in the middle, he doesn't have obviously as much distance as some of these other guys. But I feel like if this could turn into a little bit of a birdie situation, and I know Denny's had his problems in the past closing doors as well. But 80-1 in a 49 field event, I'll take a shot with Dangerous Denny as the bomb this weekend.
I love it. You know what, Carver? I'm adding one guy to my list. And I think you have him for a placement.
I might.
I'm not sure. No. You actually have him in your first round leader 5-pack. I think Bud Cauley at 141 is fucking so disrespect. That guy should be. So you're telling me, okay?
Look at that. There's Cam's picks. I got you on the crawl this week, Cam. Look at that. Cam's outrights going across the crawl.
Hello, everybody. Mike Carver. I do fonts, graphics. Like, you're fucking doing it all, Carver. Like, and done well. Spelled correctly. You're doing it well. Here's the thing. Bud Cauley's a good golfer. This guy in the 49-man field should not be 140-1. He should be, he should be around 80, 90 with Novocaine.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm adding Cauley. That price, I just looked at that price again. I'm like, am I missing something here? Like, Bud Cauley's good. I like him.
Bud Cauley's, and he's, why I have him, and we'll get to the first round leaders in a moment. He's a good fast starter, too, Cam. He started fast last week at Memphis also. Yeah. So give me the rest. If you're going to add Bud Cauley, which I'll admit, I think it's nice to have at least one bomb in this event. Give me, and Keegan was kind of a little bit of a bombish play last year, if I remember, in Colorado when he won. This middle event, has had some of that. Who do you like?
For like my bomb?
No, give me all your outrights. Give me
outrights. Okay. Oh, thank you, Carver. Sorry. I get sidetracked here. Anyway, okay. Cam Young, does he not? Okay. I know he's very popular this week, and I hate that. I hate that shit. But he's in great form, Carver. Again, the tournament ends. Win, page 1 of the leaderboard. How do I not take a guy when the iron's hot? He's 28-1 too, and he's already got the monkey off his back.
Yeah.
I love Cam Young. Kitayama, I'm starting to think like this guy is either going to be all or nothing. And at 50, actually, Carver, I found a 55 on one of my accounts, but I gave you 50. Kitayama, I think, is a really, really underrated guy. And when he's feeling well, his iron play is spectacular.
I put your first round leaders up, by the way. I didn't put your outrights. Those are your first round leaders scrolling across the bottom.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, Cam outrights Young.
Hey,
oh, no,
you just started doing this, Cam. We don't have all the kinks ironed out yet. All right, those are Cam's first round leaders going across the bottom of the screen.
I'll give you verbally. We'll give it.
Give me the outrights.
Okay, and Novak. No Cole Kane. Novak Kane. Novocaine at 90. Novak 90. Kitayama 50. Young 28. First round leaders, or where do you want to go?
You know what? Since your first round leaders are scrolling across the bottom of the screen, we might as well go and
I'm adding cauli. I'm adding cauliflower.
Yeah, we're gonna try to fix it on the fly here. You ready? Here we go. Probably gonna freeze me too, but there it is. Cam first round leaders. There it is. I put the right across the bottom for you. Go ahead.
You can add cauliflower at 55. I'm going to ride your train too. Love it. First round leaders, Cam Young. The price is not there, but this guy's he's on fire. 25. Spawn, another great starter at 30. Ashke Batea, Carver. I almost took him out right here. He's a little string bean, but I'll tell you, that guy loves Thursday starts at 45, adding cauli 55. I know you have a little more meat on the bone with your first round.
I heard you say 20. I'll gladly take a 25-1, Cam. If everybody wants to come in at 25-1, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Cam Young's he's a good starter too sometimes. I
have Cam Young for first round leader also at 25-1. I've got Justin Thomas at 25-1.
Ooh.
We didn't hear from Justin last week. I could see Justin starting fast and then completely fading in the weekend. I've got Novocaine first round leader at 40-1. Bud Cauley 55-1.
Love it.
And this is kind of the same thing. In a 49-man field, I'll take a guy at 100-1 for first round leader because he can make birdies. Now, Tom Hoagie, I don't know. I saw somebody, I forget who it was that tweeted this the other day. How he made the top 50? I don't remember where he played well, other than the Players. Where he had that great top 5 cash for me at the Players Championship. Obviously, that was probably worth like triple points that week. But Hoagie is here this week. 100-1 for first round leader. Let's go. Give me the fast start from Hoagie.
You know what, Carver? I'm going to sprinkle like $5 on these guys now because I can't help myself. I need a first round leader. Thomas Peters, I think, is very, very dangerous because I know he can be good and know who's on the list. And the minute I saw your picks, I'm like, I've been betting this guy. This is very similar to the got her up and get him down. I've been betting fucking Ryan Gerard since people who didn't know Ryan Gerard was. I love Ryan Gerard. You know what? First round leader bet. This course too. Ryan Gerard is a guy who can.
What do they got at Gerard for first?
Oh, he's like 90-1, isn't he? Or he's got to be at least. Actually, it's a little bit rich. He might be about 70. Anything over 50, I'd bet all day.
Ryan Gerard I got him at 55-1 for first round leader. Right
Sold.
Now. That's at FanDuel. I didn't check any other books. I'm sure it might be.
It's the same as your same as cauliflower. 55's a nice number.
Same as cauli. Yeah. I can't believe those are the and he's 5th from the bottom, and he's 55-1. And Tom Hoagie's 100. Man, can Hoagie show up on third tomorrow and just give us one great round? How about Hoagie tomorrow?
If Tom Hoagie was like us, I would look and go, so you're telling me there's 49 guys and you're giving me 100-1?
Right.
Like, he's got to take the attitude like a hockey player. I'm going to put your head through a wall. I don't like the way you're talking. Like, you know what I mean? He's 100-1 in a 49-guy field for a first round leader. I would take that as disrespect.
They think he has no shot, Cam. He's got no shot.
He can go low. He is a professional golfer, ladies and gentlemen.
He can go low.
He has been a first round leader. I think multiple times this year. I think twice. Maybe more.
We've done good with Hoagie, and well, there's only one guy below Hoagie on the first round leader.
Who?
And that's Brian Campbell at 125-1. Now I'm not
sorry.
surprised.
If Brian Campbell's the first round leader, I'm jumping out a window.
He has
this guy hits it. This guy hits it like me, nowhere.
The placements for me, Cam. Rory top 5 at plus 135. I think Rory.
You know what I love about you? Just being an little Carver. Yeah, you know, St. Patty. Yeah, you gotta love Rory. Even Rory pisses you off. You go, I gotta have somebody from Ireland on my card.
I gotta have him there at some point. I have Cam Young top 10 at plus 175.
Yeah.
I think he'll play well, like you, but I don't know.
I love that bet.
I'm glad Ricky made the top 50. He's really rallied here the past
Ricky.
Couple of weeks. I usually don't play placements that have a minus, Cam, but with only 49 golfers, top 20 at minus 110 for Ricky with how well he's been playing, I'm willing to go in for that. So I've got Ricky at top 20, and you mentioned Ryan Gerard. I have him top 20 at plus 175.
That's nuts.
Let's go.
Ryan, the only thing about Gerard is I wish he was a little bit long. If that guy, if he can find a way, if I'm Ryan Gerard's coach, Carver, and me and you watch every stroke of every tournament.
Yeah.
If this guy can gain 20 yards, like a little more club speed and get like a little bit thicker and start mashing it maybe even 15 yards more or 20 yards off the tee, this guy's going to be dangerous because the rest of his game, his iron game is brilliant. His short game's good. He's streak putter. Like Ryan Gerard has a very good complete golf game, in my opinion.
Yeah, he does. So that's where I'm at with him. I guess placements, are you doing? You're probably going to play most of your.
Yeah, I'm going to do more, but sorry, Carver. I got in after the Jays game and after working with Gabe last night. I got into the sauce a little bit. I haven't had
game last night.
No. I worked at the show, but I finished the show and it was 10 o'clock, and because I'm used to getting done at midnight or 1. So I'm like, oh my God, I actually have time to like have a glass of wine and play some ponies.
Well,
so yeah. Like I caught the first leg of the Australia, like the international horse racing, not the last races. So yeah, I got a little bit stupid.
So you were up. So let me just, this is like a sidebar time now. So you were up playing horses last night, late night?
Yeah.
You had late night Australian horses?
I went from wine to Guinness, horses. I was looking for more animals, couldn't find any more. But I'll tell you, wow. It's Carver. I'm not used to. I look at the time. I go, we're done at 10. Like I was so used to working. Like remember we used to go to 2, we used to go to 1. In the old days, we used to go to 2. If the football game was really long. My top 10s are Cantlay plus 135 and Spuds. JJ, how do I not take JJ Spawn like almost every week? He's plus 175 for a top 10.
JJ
I'm in.
Spuds.
And Cam Young, that's going to be one of my bets. What's Cam Young for a top 20? What's the juice on it? If it's under 40 cents, I'm gonna go ballistic.
The good thing is now you want it with the ties, right?
Yes.
You got to have it with the ties.
Minus
175.
Okay, what is he without ties? Can I get under 150?
Without ties, he is
160, 155,
140.
See, Mark Carver, we haven't done this before. This is very important there, chat room.
But that's
so I'm saving 35 cents.
Damn, this is the great part about not just being smashed into 8.5 minutes. We can actually do this, and we can talk through some of these. Cam,
that is a guy. See, you look at, we always take ties.
Yeah.
But 35 cents a juice for the possibility of being T. Like, no, I would rather bet 140 and trust Cam Young to be like T16 at worst or something like that.
I think that you bring up something here. I think it's good in some spots. I think this is a spot where it's good. Yes. We both think that he's good enough to win the tournament this week. I like him for a top 10, which means for a top 20, I probably wouldn't play the ties.
Yes.
Because now the 10 I'm going to, and I would for the 5.
Yes.
I've been burned so many times. Cam, I hate the dopey dead heat chop. I can't.
Oh yeah, it's so
the
dumb.
Absolute worst.
You know what they should do, Carver? And I've been thinking about this at Cam Stewart Sportsbook. There's no chop. You just don't get the odds that you get for the first round leader. I'm sawing guys a little bit. A 28's a 25. Right. A 20's a 16. And you know what? It doesn't matter if there's you get paid. If he's on T1, I'm so sick and tired too. I'm going, I won $1,000. No, I won 180 because there's 7 guys at the fuck.
Right. Now, the first book that's actually going to come around with, we're not going to dead heat first round leaders. That'll be, now that's paying out a lot potentially when you get 4 or 5 guys tied for the lead. So, you never know when that sometimes comes through for you. But I hate the dead heat. It's just
it's the worst.
Painful. I can't take it.
Carver, I got a live tennis match. I got a little bit too much money on it. I'm just seeing how
where's the tennis match?
WTA Cincinnati. I bet on.
Well, that's always the one they go to before the U.S. Open.
Yes,
right?
yes. And guess what? She follows my golf trends. Danish. Clara Towson. Wow. Watch out for this chick. Dude, you know the last 2 winners have been Canadians, Mboko and Lila Fernandez?
I saw that.
Isn't that crazy?
The girl won. Was that up
she
in
was
Montreal?
500 to 1.
In Montreal or Toronto last? Where the
they were in Montreal. Like they go the one like they switch. Guys go Toronto, Montreal, and vice versa. This girl Mboko, she was a wild card. Me and Gabe talked about it. She was like she might have been field or 500 to 1.
And she won the whole thing, huh? She won the whole thing.
She beat Osaka in the final and beat Coco Gauff in straights. This girl is a Serena Williams Jr. She just reminds me of her big time.
That keeps you going for a week or two.
Yeah.
hitting a.
No, I didn't do it. I got her at 18 after like a few matches.
All right. Well,
better than kicking the nuts.
Cam, let's get it going this week. Really, I'm up a little bit after last week because of the Rose live play and
Carver?
a few of the placements.
I'm going to Vegas. Can we tape a little bit later on Wednesday? Is that possible?
When are you going to Vegas? When is that?
Well, basically like Wednesday after my shift, but I got to go see my dad before I go get his grocery. Okay. I'm gonna have a very busy day, so later's better for me. Maybe like we did the first time. We'll switch it up.
I got to tell you. I got nowhere to be right now.
The best is when I walk in a liquor store and I go, "Are you guys hiring part-time?" They go, "We should hire you, Mr. Stewart. You do buy cases of wine and Guinness. It's like you know every product in the aisle." I'm like, "Yeah, well, yeah." And I like to talk to people and give them tips on like, the
only thing I got going right now, Cam, is I got to pick the kids up at camp later in the day. That's it.
That's awesome.
That's all that I have.
I love going to camp as a kid.
I'd like to have more going on, but right now that's all I have going on.
Trust me, Carver. Carver, I got a lot of stuff not going on either. My property tax bill's late. I got screwed in a friggin' deal. Like I had a meeting at the bank and they looked at my accounts and they went, "Mr. Stewart, we need to talk." That's how scary it got. And I'm winning bets. No, trust me. I'm just like, I'm bleeding.
Cam. You know what that means we're going to have to do? Right here. Put it with the golf. Put it with the golf.
No, you should do it. Putt it with the golf.
Put it with the golf. Put it with the golf.
Sorry, that was so bad.
What have to do.
Cut my mic.
Is put it with the golf. Cam, let's go to the window this week. Tremendous job as always. Next week,
thanks, buddy.
We'll figure out when it will be, but Tour Championship, Eastlake next week. And thank God they got rid of the dopey starting strokes.
We'll talk about that. That's good. But we'll talk about this next week, but they don't have the stones to do it. I'd change Eastlake. After this year, I think we should go somewhere else.
I would too. I'd move it around, just like they moved this BMW around.
Me and you should be on the PGA Tour committee. We'd be
coming back to me in 27. Yes. The BMW is going to be at Liberty National here in the New York area.
That course rocks.
So
That's a beauty.
Wait, that one that should be by then. We should be doing the reality show where they film us hammered caddying for 2 pros. Yeah. We get us out there. We caddy for a couple pros, completely hammered. It would probably have to be in like the.
Who would be your guy? Do I go with Ty Hatton and we just throw down, take off our shirts and fight?
Isn't there Liv this week too, Cam? Isn't Liv in Indianapolis?
You know who won last? You want to know who won last week?
The Dean.
Burmester.
The Dean won.
We're on him every fucking way. When I saw Burmester won a playoff over Rom and that other turkey, I'm just like, no one's going to win one of these weeks, Carver. I know this sounds fucking stupid.
Didn't Phil have the lead going into Sunday?
Phil was there. No one else is playing well now? Leishman. Mark Leishman. And that guy's odds are, I'm telling you, Mark Leishman's going to win. And if I don't get this guy at 60 to 1 on a live, and that's live, I'm telling you, he's getting really close.
Quickly, Cam. Live this week is in Indianapolis. They tee off on Friday. Rom 4:30, Bryson 6. That's the same board every week. Reed at 18, Carlos Ortiz. The Dean is 25. You said Leishman. He's 33 to 1 this week in Indianapolis.
I'll take a shot. I'm not saying this guy's perfect, but there's a lot of like top 10s, like his form is coming around, and you're not going to get 33 to 1s and live with the fields that they have. I'm just saying, watch out. He used to be a very, very good golfer. Remember at the Open Championship, he's starting to get his shit together again, which is really good.
I didn't realize that Brian's long-lost cousin Ben Campbell's on Live now at 300-1 this week at Indianapolis.
What about Michael Campbell, the other one too, the New Zealander who won in a major? Remember Michael Campbell?
Yes. The steel mill at 125-1 in Indianapolis.
Is Brendan Steele alive? Where's him? You know what? I gotta be honest with you.
On the board.
Him and Matt Wolf, I thought they were like in a car, like they're on that show disappeared. Like I don't know where they are. Like where is Matt Wolf?
I'm playing. You know who I'm playing this weekend?
Yeah, give me somebody. You know what, Carver? Give me somebody real stupid.
Oh, you want to do a real stupid one?
Yeah, like I want something like 30 plus stupid.
30 plus stupid? Mm-hmm. All right, let's find somebody really stupid that we could take.
Actually, the guy who won the playoff last week, what are his odds? He's this guy. What's his name?
Who lost in the playoff last week?
It was a two-man. It was Rom and another guy with a crazy,
and some,
like Spaniard, I think.
Some jabroni.
Yeah, jabroni. Live results.
Find out who that was.
Yeah,
wow, Dick Bland at 65-1 this week.
I don't know. Could Dick get it around? He's getting older. Oh yeah, what's his name was? It was Josel Ballister.
Oh, hey, that's the kid who took a leak at the Masters, right?
That's right. Kid. Pissing in Rays Creek. We gotta bet this guy.
50-1 this week in Indy. You want to
take him? Know what?
Jose Luis Ballister,
the Wizinator. We're in.
50-1. We'll play him.
Dude, Indy. What do I not? The guy's T2 last week. Oh my God, Harold Varner finished 5th. What is happening here?
Since you mentioned Thomas Peters before, he's 50.
Oh yeah, he's on Live now. I forgot. Paul Casey, T5. Wow, look at all the old guys.
I know.
Grace, Casey, and Peters.
It's mostly old guys, Cam.
Oh my God, Dick Bland finished 10th. This guy's he tied Mito Pereira. What is happening? God, man, we're
one of the all-time greats is what he is.
The best one, my best bet ever. Dick Bland by 12 strokes over Phil in a matchup bet. That was one of my better moments.
He's played well. Cam,
love you, Carver.
Let's get it going. Back to the window for the BMW this week and Live. Hopefully, the kid from the creek, Jose Luis Ballister. Gets
Is that what we're doing? Wizinator 50-1. I love this guy pissing in the creek. Let's go.
Cam, great job. We will see you next week. Golf Wednesdays here, Carver.